Hello. Uh, Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, December 23, 2024. Welcome to the dropping and opening of bids for contract ID 25KA0031, construction completion of multi-purpose building, covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban. Contract ID 25KA0036, construction of completion of DPWH building, Camiguin DEO, Mambajao, Camiguin. And Contract ID 24KE0112, construction of multipurpose building, Camp Bonifacio, Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. But before we proceed, may I request Mel Dexter Chu to lead the opening prayer.
Let's put us in the holy presence of God, named Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. God of justice, you lead us on life's journey. As we gather here in your name, open our minds to know your voice, open our hands to do your work, and open our hearts to hold your spirit. Amen. Father, Son.
Thank you, Sir Meldic. May I request Ma'am Nila and Venus Simasyo to acknowledge the attendee in this dropping of opening of bids.
Good morning once again. Welcome to the dropping and opening of bids for the three proposed contracts, 25KE0031, 25KE0036, and 24KE0112. For the attendance for this morning, we have our BAC Chairman, Engineer Al Gomez,
Present.
BAC Vice Chairman, Mr. Edwin G. Cagolada.
Present.
We also have our BAC members, Engineer Apolinar Elvis A. Hamero,
Present.
Engineer Ederlinda N. Ritalia. We also have the end users representative or the implementing unit, Engineer Joselito V. Corpin Jr. Our head BAC TWG, Engineer John Ryan Tino,
Present.
with its members, Ms. Nona Sichu, Engineer Larry Nino M. Lapiceros,
Present.
and Engineer Leia Rose N. Basilan. We also have Ms. Nona Sichu. So, we also have our head BAC Secretariat, Engineer Evelyn V. Paderanga, with its members, Mr. Mildixtor Yuchu, yours truly, Neil and Venus A. Simasyo. We also have via Zoom meeting, our State Auditor 4, Mr. Bernard Von M. Tomampos. Good morning, sir. We also have our head BAC Secretariat, our BAC Secretariat member, Engineer John Christian A. Vertudes from via Zoom meeting.
Present.
Our prospective bidders from General Construction, Mr. Ronel O. Lagod. From Haposan Sol Enterprises, we have Miss Meloviel Podilana. That's all for the attendance for this morning, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ma'am Nil and Bino Simasyo. Since majority of our back member are present, I call this dropping and opening of bid is call of order. May I request the head of back secretariat to discuss the eligibility result through electronic means.
Good morning, everyone. For your reference, in adherence to DO 87 series of 2020, the BAC through the BAC Secretariat had checked the DPWH e-bid portal for electronic submission of bids and hereby confirms that there are no electronic bids received. For the scheduled bid out proposed contracts, there were 6 interested bidders, namely FNTC Construction, CLC Construction Services and Supply, General Construction, 2NGA Construction, Hapos Hansol Enterprises, and Shinshin Construction Corporation. FNTC Construction passed the legal, technical, and financial requirements for eligibility. Likewise, CLC Construction Services and Supply passed the requirements, the technical, legal, and financial requirements. General Construction failed in the pickup license. 2NGA Construction passed the legal, technical, and financial requirements. Hapos Hansol Enterprises plus pass the legal, technical, and financial requirements for eligibility, and Shinshin Construction Corporation failed in the technical requirements. The single largest completed contract amount required is 12,324,000, and Shinshin Construction per electronic eligibility result has 3,786,000 only. So that would be all, Mr. Chair, for the electronic eligibility result.
Thank you, Ma'am Evelyn. Let's proceed to the opening of bids. May I request the member of the DPWH to open the bid box? May I request head of the TWG to check whether the envelope seal or not?
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Buckshare, all submitted bids are properly marked and sealed.
Thank you, Engineer Ryan Enob. Let's proceed to the opening. We first to open the technical proposal for the first project is in 24KA0112, construction of multipurpose building, Camp Bonifacio, Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. Please open the first interested bidder, the technical proposal submitted by FNTC Construction.
The first technical proposal is from FNTC Construction for contract ID 24KA0012, construction of multipurpose building, Camp Bonifacio, Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of failed JEPS registration, valid until February 22, 2025, passed. The DTI certificate will be valid until April 21, 2026, passed. The mayor's permit expiration will be on December 31, 2024, passed. Tax clearance expiration will be February 19, 2025, passed. The audited financial statement, the date of filing, April 24, 2024, passed. The pickup license expiration will be on May 27, 2025, passed. Photocopy of DTI certificate is also included. The business permit, the photocopy. Present also is a tax clearance certificate, photocopy. And the next is document is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, submitted and signed, Francis Noel T. Simasio. And the next document is the statement of single largest completing contracts, also signed Francis Noel T. Simasio. And the next document is the financial statement received and stamped by BIR. Present also is the annual income tax return, stamped and signed by BIR. And the next document is the net financial contracting capacity, also submitted and signed, Francis Noel T. Simasio. Present also is the photocopy of the regular contract license or the pickup license. A photocopy. And the next document is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed Francis Noel Tisimasio and notarized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino Jr., Notary Public. And the next document is the project organizational chart, submitted and signed Francis Noel Tisimasio. Present also is the list of qualification of personnel to be assigned to the contract, submitted and signed Francis Noel Tisimasio, supported with the key personnel biodata of Francis Noel Tisimasio, photocopy of certificate of completion of Francis Noel Tisimasio, authorized managing officer orientation seminar, and the biodata marker will be Almeida. Photocopy of the PLC license of Mark Duarte Almeida unexpired. Photocopy or accreditation identification card of Mark Duarte Almeida as a contractors consultant as materials engineer 1. Photocopy the certificate of accreditation as materials engineer 1 of Mark Duarte Almeida. Certificate, construction occupational safety and health of Francis Noel Tisimasio, photocopy. And the next document is the list of equipment owned or list and or under purchase agreement pledged to the proposed contract, submitted and signed Francis Noel Tisimasio, supported with the following. Official receipt from BIR, proof of ownership, certificate of registration, deed of absolute sale, and the next document is the list of laboratory equipment pledged to the project, signed Francis Noel Tisimasio, proprietor. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement affidavit, signed Francis Noel Tisimasio and authorized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino Jr. Also included is the certification of the rating of the materials, or no, it's the project engineer, Mark Luel B. Almeida from DPWH Central Office. All the required technical documents are present. If NTC construction is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Edwin. Let's proceed to the next interested bidder. Please open the technical proposal submitted by CLC Construction and Services Supply for contract ID 24 KA00112.
Good morning, everyone. For the second project, second bidder, first project, 24 KE 0112, construction of multipurpose building, Camp Bonifacio, Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. The second bidder is CLC Construction Services and Supply, and the ABC for the project is 24,749,868 and 88 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the PLJEPS registration with validity until January 12, 2025, passed. Under Annex A, PLJEPS, page 3, DTI certificate, expiration date is April 11, 2025, passed. Mayor's permit up to December 31, 2024, passed. Tax clearance, expiration is December 9, 2025, passed. Audited financial statement, last filed April 23, 2024, less than 2 years, passed. Pickup license up to October 19, 2025, passed. Also present is the photocopy of the mentioned documents, the DTI, the mayor's permit, tax clearance, Audited financial statement is also present. So present is the annual income tax return. List stamp received by the BIR. And its proof of payment is also present. Photocopy of the PCAP is also present. Next document present is the list of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, is present. And signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana, supported by notice of award, notice to proceed of the listed projects. Next document is the statement of single largest completed contract. Is also present, signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana, supported by notice of award, notice to proceed, and the certificate of completion. NFCC computation is also present, Mr. Chair, signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana. Next document present is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, is present and signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr., Notary Public. Contractors organizational chart is also present, signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana. Key personnel, affidavit is also present. Certificate of participation for authorized managing officer training of Chris L. Cabana is also present. Professional identification card of civil engineer Chris Cabana is also present and expired, photocopy. Certificate of accreditation as materials engineer 1 of engineer Chris L. Cabana is also present and expired. Professional identification card of civil engineer Brian Bacoy is also present and expired. Construction safety and health training of Jerby G. A. Sassel for certificate of completion for construction safety and health training. List of equipment and tools of the contractor is also present, signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana. And the list of contractors' laboratory equipment is also present, signed by Chris L. Cabana. Equipment is supported by its proof of ownership, the certificate of registration and official receipts from the LTO of the vehicles, cash invoice for minor tools, sales invoice for minor tools, including its warranties. Affidavit of ownership for minor tools is also present. Deed of absolute sale for heavy equipments and vehicles. Next document present is the omnibus sworn statement is present and signed by the bidder Chris L. Cabana and authorized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, CLC Construction Services technical proposal for contract ID 24K0112 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Corpin. Let us now open the technical proposal from General Construction for contract ID 24K0012.
For the next bidder, for the contract ID 24K00112, construction of multipurpose building, Camp Bonifacio, Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. The ABC or the approved budget of the contract is 24,749,868 pesos and 88 centavos. The bidder is from General Construction. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of LGIP registration valid until April 22, 2025. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is a DTI certificate valid until September 12, 2027. Pass. The next document is mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2024. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the tax clearance, valid until March 26, 2025. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the audited financial statement, date of filing December 31, 2023. Pass. The next document is the pickup license, valid until December 17, 2025. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros, the manager. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the statement of single largest completed contract, or SLCC, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros, the proprietor. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the net financial contract capacity, or the NFCC, amounting to 144,443,350 pesos and 8 centavos. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the bid securing declaration, or the bid security, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros, then authorized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino Jr. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the organizational chart, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the PRC license by Oliveros Ana Marie, valid until December 21, 2025. Pass. The next document is the certificate of completion, basic occupational safety and health course, Ana Marie C. Oliveros. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of accreditation, Ana Marie C. Oliveros, Material Engineer 1, with accreditation number 4617. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of completion, Ronel O. Lagod, construction of safety and health training. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the list of contractors' laboratory equipment pledged to the project, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros. Pass. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement, or affidavit, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros, and authorized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino Jr. Based on all the documents presented, Mr. Chair, the technical proposal of general construction is rated pass.
Thank you, Engineer Amero. So the next project to open is the construction or completion of multi-purpose building, covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban, with project ID 25K0031. The first technical proposal to open is from General Construction.
For the second project, 25K0031, construction completion of multipurpose building, covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban, Camiguin. First bidder is General Construction, and the ABC for the project is 4,949,932 pesos and 76 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the PhilJEPS registration with validity until April 22, 2025, passed. Under Annex A, PhilJEPS, page 3, DTI certificate, expiration date is September 12, 2027, passed. Mayor's permit, expiration date is December 31, 2024, passed. Tax clearance, expiration date is March 26, 2025, passed. Audited financial statement, date filed is December 31, 2023. less than 2 years, passed. Pickup license expiration date is December 17, 2025, passed. Also present is the hard copy of the DTI, mayor's permit, tax clearance, annual income tax return is also present, duly stamp received by the BIR, supported by its proof of payment. Audited financial statement is also present, duly stamp received by the BIR. Photocopy of the PCAB is also present, Mr. Chair. Valid. Next document is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, is present. And duly signed by the bidder, Evangeline de Oliveros, supported by notice of award of the listed projects. Next document present is a statement of single largest completed contract, is present and signed by Evangeline de Oliveros, proprietor, supported by certificate of completion. NFCC computation is also present, signed by the bidder, Evangeline de Oliveros. Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration is also present, signed by the bidder, Evangeline de Oliveros, and notarized by Attorney Avelino Persino Jr. Contractors organizational chart is also present, signed by Evangeline de Oliveros. List of contractors, key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract is also present, signed by Evangeline de Oliveros. Key personnel by data is also present. The professional identification card, Civil Engineer Biberlin Sabal is present, unexpired, and its accreditation as provisional project engineer as per DO 143 series of 2024 is present. Certificate of completion for basic occupational safety and health course of Ana Marie Oliveros is also present, and its certificate of accreditation as materials engineer 1 of Ana Marie Oliveros is present and expired. Also present is the certificate of completion for construction safety and health training of Ronel O. Lagod is present. The list of contractors, laboratory equipment pledged to the contract is also present, signed by Evangeline de Oliveros, supported by its proof of ownership, the deed of sale of heavy equipments and vehicles, certificate of registration and official receipts from the LTO of the vehicles, cash sales invoice of the minor tools is present. The list of laboratory apparatus is also present, Mr. Chair, signed by Evangeline de Oliveros, supported by its proof of ownership, the collection receipt of the laboratory apparatus, and its sales invoice is presented, Mr. Chair. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement is present and signed by Evangeline de Oliveros and duly notarized by Attorney Avelino Persino Jr., Notary Public. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, general construction technical proposal for contract ID 25K0031 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Corpin. So the next financial proposal to open is from FNTC Construction.
For the next bidder, for the contract ID 25K0031, construction completion of multipurpose building, covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban, Camiguin. The bidder is from FNTC Construction. The EBC or approved budget of the contract is 4,949,932 pesos and 76 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of LGF registration, valid until February 22, 2025, pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the DTI certificate, valid until this April 21, 2026, pass. The next document is mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2024, pass. The next document is the tax clearance, valid until February 19, 2025, pass. The next document is the audited financial statement, date of filing April 24, 2024. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the pickup license, valid until May 27, 2025. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio, the proprietor. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is a statement of single largest completed contracts, or the SLCC, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio, the proprietor. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the annual income tax return. Signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio. Date. For the fiscal year 2023. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, amounting to 97,038,163 pesos and 33 centavos. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio, notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the project organizational chart, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio, the manager. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the key personnel. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of completion, Francis Noel T. Simasio, as orientation seminar of authorized managing officer. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is from Mark Luel B. Almeida, civil engineer, and accredited as material engineer 1. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of accreditation, Mark Luel B. Almeida, material engineer 1, with number 6818. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate, Francis Noel T. Simasio, construction and occupational safety and health. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the list of equipment on or less on and or under purchase agreement pledged to the proposed project, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the list of laboratory equipment pledged to the project, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio, the proprietor, the manager. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement or affidavit, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio, notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr. Based on all the documents presented, Mr. Chair, the technical proposal of FNDC Construction is rated pass.
Thank you, Engineer Ramiro. Let's proceed to the third interest bidder for the 25, or contract ID 25 KE 0031. Please open the technical proposal submitted by 2NGE Construction.
Technical proposal from 2NGE Construction for contract ID 25 Key 0031. Construction completion of multipurpose building covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the field chief's a certificate of field chief's registration. Valid until February 6, 2025 pass. The DTI certificate is valid until April 28, 2027 pass. The mayor's permit expiration will be December 31, 2024 pass. Tax clearance expiration will be on December 18, 2025 pass. Audited financial statement, the date of filing, January 29, 2024 pass. The pickup license expiration will be January 18, 2025 pass. A photocopy of our DTI certificate is present. A photocopy business permit is present. A photocopy of tax clearance certificate present. The next document is the list of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Submitted and signed, Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Present also is a single largest completed contract. Submitted and signed, Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Supporting documents are the following: the notice to proceed, contract agreement, notice of award, the next document is a photocopy of the pickup license. Included also is the bid security in the form of bid security declaration, signed by Nicholas S. Chan and notarized by Attorney Avelino P. Orsino Jr. The next document is a contractor's organizational chart, prepared and signed by Nicholas S. Chan. Included are the biodata, the list of personnel, included are the following: the key personal affidavit of commitment to work in the contract, contractor certificate of key personnel in a contract, signed Nicholas S. Chan, photocopy of a PRC license of Neil Nicholas S. Chan, unexpired, photocopy of PRC license of Patrick Jason Mambajao, unexpired, certificate of accreditation Patrick Jason A. Mambajao as Materials Engineer 1. The next document is a photocopy of certificate of completion for 40 hours construction occupational safety and health training of General Wichan. And the next document is the list of contractors, laboratory equipment, signed Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Included also is a list of equipment and tools, signed Nicholas S. Chan, supported with the following: cash sales invoice, delivery receipt, and the next document is the net financial contracting capacity, signed Nicholas S. Chan. Also present is the omnibus sworn statement affidavit, signed Nicholas S. Chan, authorized by Attorney Avelino P. Orsino Jr. The next document is the audited financial statement, received and signed from BIR, by BIR. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the annual income tax return, also received and signed by BIR. Stamp. All the required technical Documents are present. 2 construction is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Edwin Cagulada. Let's proceed to the third project with the contract ID 25KE0036, construction completion of DPWH Building Camiguin DEO, Mambajao, Camiguin. Please open the first interested bidder. Please open the technical proposal submitted by Hapus Hansol Enterprises.
For the third project, Mr. Chair, 25K0036, construction completion of DPWH Building Camiguin DEO, Mambajao, Camiguin. First bidder is Sapos Hansol Enterprises, and the ABC for the project is 48,999,999 pesos and 29 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the just registration with validity until September 24, 2025, passed. Under Annex A, PELGEPS, page 3, DTI certificate, expiration date is September 15, 2025, passed. Mayor's permit, expiration date is December 31, 2024, passed. Tax clearance, expiration date is March 22, 2025, passed. Audited financial statement, last filed April 3, 2024, less than 2 years, passed. Pickup license expiration date is April 4, 2027, passed. Also present is the photocopy of the DTI certificate, business permit, tax clearance certificate. Next document, present is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts newly awarded but not yet started, is present. And signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Hansol. Supported by notice of award, notice to proceed in the contract of agreements of the listed projects. Next document present is the statement of single largest completed contract which is similar in nature, is present and signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Hansol, supported by certificate of completion and turnover, notice of award, notice to proceed, and the contract of agreement. Contractor's pickup license is also present, photocopy, valid. Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration is present and signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Hansol, and notarized by Attorney Ablino Persino Jr., Notary Public. Contractor's organizational chart is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol. The list of contractors key personnel to be assigned to the contract is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol. Key personnel by data is present. Professional identification card of Ma Victoria G. Hansol is also present, civil engineer, unexpired. Professional identification card of civil engineer Ian Signar is also present, and its accreditation as provisional project engineer as per DO 126 series of 2024 is present, and its report of rating. Professional identification card of civil engineer Pedro Junior Ramos is also present and expired, and its certificate of accreditation as materials engineer 1 and expired. The certificate of completion for construction occupational safety and health training of Ray Edward D. Salvane is also present. Next document is the list of contractors' equipment pledged to the contract is present, signed by the proprietor, Ma Victoria G. Hansol, supported by its proof of ownership, the certificate of registration and official receipts of vehicles from the LTO, deed of absolute sale for heavy equipments and vehicles, official receipts of the heavy equipment. Affidavit of ownership for minor tools is also present. Next document is the list of contractors' laboratory equipment units is present, signed by the proprietor, Ma Victoria G. Ansol, supported by its proof of ownership. The sales invoice of the apparatus is present. Next document is the omnibus sworn statement is present and signed by the bidder, Ma Victoria G. Ansol, and notarized by Attorney Abelino Pirosino Jr., Notary Public. NFCC computation is also present, signed by Ma Victoria G. Ansol. Audited financial statement is also present. The list stamp received by the BIR and its annual income tax return, supported by its proof of payment, is also present. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, Hapos Ansol Enterprises technical proposal for contract ID 25 KE 0036 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Lito B. Corpin. Since the second interested bidder, since in construction, have been filled to the single largest experience, no need to read. Let's proceed to the financial proposal of 24KA0112, construction of multipurpose building, Camp Aranas, Bonifacio, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. Please open the first interested bidder, the financial proposal submitted by FNTC Construction.
For the next project, contract ID 24K is 0112. Construction of multipurpose building Camp Bonifacio Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. Financial proposal from FNTC Construction. The approved budget of the contract or ABC is 24,749,868 pesos and 88 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form in the amount of 24,740,254 pesos and 48 centavos. Again, 24,740,254 pesos and 48 centavos. No discount offered, Mr. Chair. Words and figure are the same and below ABC. Therefore, pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the detailed estimate. Signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio. Pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is, or the last document, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio, the proprietor or the manager. Based on the documents presented, Mr. Chair, the technical proposal of FNTC Construction is rated pass.
Thank you, Engineer Elvis Apolinar Hamiro. Let's proceed to the second interested bidder. Please open the financial proposal submitted by CLC Construction Service and Supply for contract ID 24KE0112.
Financial proposal from CLC Construction Service and Supply for contract ID 24K0012, construction of multipurpose building, Company Bonifacio Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form, and the bid offer of CLC Construction is 22,737,158 pesos and 63 centavos. Repeat, 22,737,158 pesos and 63 centavos. Words and figures are the same. No discount offered. Signed, Chris L. Cabana. Second document is the bill of quantities. Also signed by CLC Construction Service and Supply. And the third document is the detailed estimates per item, prepared and signed CLC Construction Service and Supply. And the next document is the summary material cost, equipment rental and laboratory rate, signed Chris L. Cabana. Summary of bid prices, also signed Chris L. Kawana. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, submitted and signed Chris L. Kawana. All required financial documents are present. CLC Construction Service Supply is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Edwin Caculada. Let's proceed to the third interested bidder for contract ID 24 KA 000112. Please open the financial proposal of General Construction.
For the contract ID 24K0112, construction of multipurpose building Camp Bonifacio, Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. General construction, then the ABC for the project is 24,749,868 pesos and 88 centavos. First document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. Bid form with bid amount of 24,728,458 pesos. May I repeat, Mr. Chair, 24,728,458 pesos. No discount offered, Mr. Chair, and the words and figures are the same, and the bid offer is lower than the ABC. Bid form is signed by the bidder, Evangeline D. Oliveros, proprietor. Bill of quantities is also present, signed by the bidder, Evangeline D. Oliveros. Detailed estimates for every item is also present, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, duly signed by the bidder, Evangeline D. Oliveros, proprietor. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the financial requirements, General Construction Financial Proposal for Contract ID 24K0112 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Silvio B. Corpin. Let's proceed to the second project with a contract ID 25KE0031, construction completion of multipurpose building, covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban. Please open the financial proposal submitted by General Construction.
The technical proposal from General Construction, financial proposal. Contract ID 25K0031, construction completion of multiple post building, covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban, Camiguin. The EBC, or the approved budget of the contract, is 4,949,932 pesos and 76 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. The bid offer is 4,900,279 pesos and 1 centavo only. Again, 4,900,279 pesos and 1 centavo only. Words and figure are the same, no discount offered, Mr. Chair, and below EBC, therefore pass. The next document is the bill of quantities, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros, pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the detailed estimates, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros, the proprietor, pass. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter, signed by Evangeline D. Oliveros, the proprietor, pass. Therefore, based on the documents presented, Mr. Chair, the financial proposal of General Construction is rated pass.
Thank you, Engineer Elvis Amiro. Let's proceed to the second interested bidder for contract ID 25KE0031. Please open the financial proposal submitted by FNTC Construction.
Financial proposal from FNTC Construction for contract ID 25K0031. Construction completion of multi-purpose building, covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban. The approved budget for the contract is 4,949,932 pesos and 76 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form, and the bid offer of FNTC Construction is 4,945,785 pesos and 78 centavos. Repeat, 4,945,785 pesos and 78 centavos. Words and figures are the same. No discount offered. Signed, Francis Noel T. Simasio. The next document is the bill of quantities, also signed and prepared by FNTC Construction. And the third document is the detailed estimates per item, signed Francis Noel T. Simasio. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is a cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, submitted and signed Francis Noel T. Simasio. All the required financial documents are present. FNTC Construction is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Edwin Cagulada. Let's proceed to the third interested bidder for contract ID 25 key A0031. Please open the financial proposal of TOW and GA Construction.
For this second project, 25K0031, construction completion of multipurpose building covered court, Barangay South Poblacion, Municipality of Guinsiliban, Camiguin. Last bidder is 2NGA Construction, and the approved budget for the contract is 4,949,932 pesos and 76 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. Bid form with bid amount of 4,937,754 pesos and 93 centavos. May I repeat, Mr. Chair? 4,937,754 pesos and 93 centavos. Words and figures are the same, and the contractor offered no discount. Bid offer is lower than the ABC. Bid form is signed by the bidder, Neil Nicolas S. Chan. Next document is the bill of quantities is present and signed by Neil Nicolas S. Chan. Summary of bid prices is also present, signed by Neil Nicolas S. Chan. Detailed estimates for every item is also present, signed by Neil Nicolas S. Chan. Summary of material cost, equipment rental, and labor rate is also present, signed by Neil Nicolas S. Chan. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, duly signed by the bidder, Neil Nicolas S. Chan. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the financial requirements, 2NGA Construction financial proposal for contract ID 25K0031 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Absolute B. Corpin. Let's proceed to the third project with the contract ID 25K A0036, construction completion of DPWH building Camiguin DEO, Mambajao, Camiguin. Please open the financial proposal submitted by Hapos Sansol Enterprises.
The financial proposal for the next bidder, Hapos Sansol Enterprises. For the contract ID 25K0036, construction completion of DPWH building, Camiguin DEO, Mambajao, Camiguin. The approved budget of the contract, or ABC, is 48,999,999 pesos and 29 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. The bid amount is 48,018,632 pesos and 86 centavos. I will repeat, 48,018,632 pesos and 86 centavos. Words and figure are the same. No offer discount, Mr. Chair, and below ABC, therefore pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the bill of quantities, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol, the proprietor or the bidder. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the detailed estimates for every item, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansol, the proprietor bidder. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter, signed by Ma Victoria G. Hansel, the proprietor or the bidder. Based on the documents presented, Mr. Chair, the financial proposal of Hapos Hansel Enterprises is rated pass.
Thank you, Engineer Elvis Samiro. May I request the head of the back secretariat to read the summary of financial proposal as read.
For the summary of the newly concluded preliminary examination of bids for the above-mentioned proposed contracts. For contract ID 25K0031, construction completion of multipurpose building covered court, Barangay South, Poblacion, Municipality of Camiguin, with an approved budget for the contract in the amount of 4,949,932 pesos and 76 centavos. General Construction, FNTC Construction, 2NGA Construction, all submitted bid securing declaration for their bid security. General Construction with a bid amount of 4,900,279 pesos and 1 centavo. FNTC Construction with a bid offer of 4,945,785 pesos and 78 centavos, while 2NGA Construction with a bid amount of 4,937,754 pesos and 93 centavos. For contract ID 24K0112, construction of multipurpose building, Camp Bonifacio, Aranas, Baylao, Mambajao, Camiguin. The approved budget for the contract is 24,749,868 pesos and 88 centavos. FNTC Construction, CLC Construction Services and Supply, General Construction, all submitted bid securing declaration for their bid security. FNTC Construction with a bid amount of 24,740,254 pesos and 48 centavos. CLC Construction Services and Supply with a bid tender of 22,737,158 pesos and 63 centavos. And General Construction with a bid offer of 24,728,458 pesos. For construction completion of DPWH building, Camiguin DEO, Mambajao, Camiguin, bearing a contract ID 25KE0036. The approved budget for the contract is 48,999,999 pesos and 29 centavos. Hapos Hansel Enterprises with a bid offer of 48,018,632 pesos and 86 centavos and submitted bid securing declaration for its bid security. That's all for the summary of the newly bid out proposed contract, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ma'am Evelyn. Any comment from the respected bidder from NFTC Construction, sir? From General Construction? From the manager of Hapos Hansol? From the liaison officer of CLC Construction? For the information of everybody, all bids are considered raw bids and subject for bid evaluation and post-qualification in accordance with the 2016 revised IR of RE 9184. Any adjournment? One of the back member?
Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn this tapping and opening of bids.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Since there is a motion for adjournment by Musolito Corpen and seconded by Sir Edwin Cagulada, therefore the dropping or opening of bids for contract ID 25KE0031, 25KE0036, and 24KE00112 have been adjourned.